What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Doing another backyard simulator video, but a little bit different today because finally got around to continuing the Pete Dye series. So for any of you out there that tuned in for the Pete Dye specific courses, or maybe you found the channel because of it, we're back at it. So wrote down basically what I've been doing. I made it through partway through Colorado. I found a full complete list of all the Pete Dye design courses, or at least in collaboration with Pete Dye, all in alphabetical order by state. So we still got a couple left here in Colorado, and then as you can imagine, working our way through the alphabet. There's a lot in Florida and some of the warmer states, so we'll be working our way back down through the list. But usually really nice courses, somewhat challenging, or more towards the challenging side, closer to like championship level courses. There's actually some that I wrote down on the list here that I just write down on a piece of paper. The course names and location and whatnot, just so I can come out here and cross them off as I work my way through. But there was actually one that I already did, TPC, I think it was River Highlands in Cromwell, Connecticut. That one's coming up in a few more videos, but that one I played back in the day, and there was like PGA events there. So playing from the furthest back tee is definitely going to be more towards the challenging side, so we'll see. Usually some of the subscriber requested courses, or some of the local, when I did that 9-hole series, the top 59 holes in the world, usually with the limited tee boxes and a little bit lesser known courses, I want to be around even par. For something like this, similar to the PGA schedule series that I was doing, we'll see. Usually I want to be like bogey golf or better, so we'll see. Feeling a little bit sluggish today, nothing really new there, but nothing that a nice low score can't fix. So as you can see by the title, we are playing Plum Creek Golf Club. This is in Castle Rock, Colorado. This was completed in 1984 by Pete Dye in collaboration with Perry Dye, who is Pete Dye's son. So, like I said, we have this one, and I have one more Colorado course. Then there's a couple in Connecticut, and then after that, there's a bunch in Florida that we're going to be playing in the near future. But we're going to give it a go. Basically, wasn't feeling 100% coming out here. Hopefully we'll play all right. Only hit 9 shots before with my 48 degree just to warm up and get the R10 calibrated. But I have a vacation planned coming up in a few weeks. So in order to be able to keep my schedule of the 3 videos per week and not leave you guys with a week without videos, I want to start the best that I can coming out here, even if I'm not feeling great, and stockpiling some rounds so I can edit those and have them ready to go for that week that I'm on vacation. But without further ado, real quick for the rundown: Garmin Approach R10 behind me on a DIY level stand, Country Club Elite mat, DIY stance mat, Callaway Superfast ball that I said has been on its way out for the past couple rounds, but so far there's a few dimples that look a little funky, but no noticeable big cracks in it just yet. Superfast is just a tad more firmer, higher compression ball than the Super Soft, so should last just a little bit longer, won't crack as easy. 10x7 nets and Home Tee Hero that you're seeing within the Garmin Golf app. So first hole, we've got a 361 yard par 4. Looks like a dog leg right. So far, if all the holes are like this doesn't seem super challenging. I mean, a pretty standard length par 4. We're playing from the black tees, which are the furthest back, but not a whole lot of water and trees and whatnot to get ourselves in trouble just yet. We'll see if that changes here, but we're gonna go. It's up 5 yards. I don't know if we'll get this much distance out of it. I'm assuming my swing speed's gonna be down today, considering I came out here yesterday and played 36. Did 10 miles on the bike after I played yesterday, and did a little bit of working out, weightlifting on top of that. So like I said, a little bit fatigued today, feeling a little bit drained and run down, but hopefully get a little bit of a sweat going here. Play this round, planning on playing, usually like I said, I come out here and play two courses, so hopefully as long as this isn't a complete disaster, play this course and one more after this. But here we go. First driver swing of the day, usually interesting. Usually the first couple are interesting, but looking to get out there, something 260 plus would be good. High on the face, definitely not the quickest in the world. That's probably only about 250. back actually felt pretty sore when I hit that. 260, okay, we'll take that into the rough. I guess just for the sake of it, we'll take a look. Probably downhill from here. This may be one of the quicker ones. Only 104, 146. Again, I still feel like those numbers are a little bit low. Attack angle actually wasn't bad on that, a little bit high on the face, but 246 carry, 260 total. Like I mentioned, I have a feeling that some of the speeds may decrease after that. I may have to start clubbing up a little bit, but don't love that club path actually. Club face is fine, but club path I want to swing out to the right as much as I can. So hopefully we'll straighten that out a little bit more as we keep going. Second shot here, 108 down 1, and 10% in the rough. One thing that I did forget to mention, which I was thinking about coming out here, I do really enjoy playing the subscriber requested courses, so if anyone has one, let me know in the comments the name of the course and the location, preferably a little background information. But this is actually a perfect day to go back to the Pete Dye list because not feeling 100%. I don't feel quite as bad if I have a disastrous round out here. I try my best to, when you guys take the time to comment, give me a request, I try to come out here and play really well, or at least the best that I can. Obviously I always want to play well, but gives me a little bit of extra incentive if you guys take the time to request a course. I want to put up a decent performance. This one pressure's a little bit off, so I can kind of swing free and not worry a ton about if I put up something 30 over, but we'll see how it goes. 108 down 1, 10%, so 107 plus another 10, we need about 117. Gonna go 48. Should be about a 75% 48. Usually play the full 48 to about 125. So choking down about an inch or two. Struck it decent. Didn't hit it super hard, but that should be pretty close, I would think. All right. A little bit of a fade on that, but good number. We're on, and that's a par to start it off. It's always good. Second hole, par 3. Just gotta double check the camera real quick before we get too far into this. We're still going, which is good. Mic still looks like it's connected, which is also good. So all systems are go. Second hole, par 3, even through 1, 202 up 2, so 204 should be a good 6-iron number. Granted, I'm not exactly fully warmed up here, but if I can make halfway decent contact, we should be right in the ballpark. Usually play my 6 to about 205 or so. Heavy and right, that's going to be short right. And it's short right. Not great. 26 yards short on that. Caught that pretty heavy. But let's see if we can get this close. 26 yards up 1, and we're in the rough. So that puts us at 27 plus another 2 or 3, right around 29, 30 yards. Going 56. Ooh. Hopefully. Alright. That was horrendous. That was a shank, and it barely caught the net. Looks like we got a free mulligan out of it, luckily, because that was so horrendous. Hopefully that's not how today's going to go. It might be a one-round day if that's the case. I swiped across that pretty bad. Let's see if we can not do that again. A little bit better. That's not going to be quite 30. That's going to be front side of the green, but... Ooh. 29. I don't know about that. I feel like that was a little bit short, but we ended up being a little long. Still +1 though, so we'll take the par. Able to escape on that. Could be a slight misread there. In my opinion, that was closer to, I thought that was going to be closer to like 20, 25, not 30, but it is what it is. Did catch that a little bit thin, but kind of popped it up. I thought that was going to be a tad short. Nonetheless, still even through 2. Third hole, par 4, 466. Slight dogleg right. Nice and open up here, so no shot we get 293 out of it, but that's the line I'm taking. Been kind of experiencing a two-way miss as of late with driver. All in all, I've been hitting it better, but it seems like now I go through periods of releasing the club, possibly, I was thinking it may be just I go through periods, probably as anyone else does. You swing it a little bit quicker than others. It seems like on the periods where I'm swinging it a little bit quicker, my miss seems to be releasing the club too quick and pulling them left, kind of hooking them. And then when my speed's down a little bit, more of a block out to the right, not getting the club face around as much. So because of that, been a little bit of a two-way miss, both left and right, but not trying to do anything crazy today, just work our way around the course. And that was a block out to the right. Halfway decent contact, so we'll be fine in play, but wasn't particularly hit great. And I'm actually, vacation's always exciting and fun, something to look forward to, but I'm actually going to, it's kind of like a golf trip in a way. I'm going down to Florida, so I do plan on recording some videos down there, so who knows, by the time I still have to edit a ton of on-course videos from around here. By the time those come out, it may be next year, but I do plan on recording some rounds down in Florida, so a little bit of a change of scenery, and you guys can look forward to some Florida on-course videos in the future. Second shot, 201 up one, so 202, going back to the 6. That was hit much better, but still out to the right. Should be pretty close to that number, 205-ish, but it's going to be right, maybe even long. Whoa. 217, and it's 30 yards past. Did I not look at something there? I don't know about that. I did hit it good, but how are we 30 yards long? Said we need, I thought, unless I'm seeing things, I thought we needed 202. I don't know. Well, got some work to do now. 30 yards, no slope, but 10%, so another 3, so 33. Going 56. Pulled that a little bit left. Should be in the ballpark though, and it looks like another no read. So give it a second here and we'll try that again. That was actually even better. That has a chance to go in. Wow, and that one was short. So could be slightly some little bit of misreads here from the Garmin. That one I felt like I hit harder than the other one. That one came up short. The other one I felt like I hit easy and it came up long. Not really sure what's going on, but gave one back there, puts us to 1 over. Fourth hole, par 4, down 16 yards. So we got a dogleg right, 19 yards there. We're hitting way down. So if we can hit something 270, it's gonna play almost 290. So let's see if we can make some contact here, release the club, and take advantage of this downslope. Decent strike, started out to the right. Not sure it's going to come back a whole lot. We'll see what we get distance-wise out of it. The rough's going to hurt this a little bit. 285, the rough kind of held it up. That one, if we caught the fairway, likely would have been 290, 295. 120 left. Down 4 puts us at 116. Plus 12 puts us at 126, 128. So, do I want to go pitch and wedge, or do I want to go 48? We're going to go pitch and wedge. Usually play this to about 135-ish. I'm thinking, I'm not going to try to obviously clobber it, but decent smooth swing here. Hopefully we get about 130 out of it. Pulled it a little bit left, struck it pretty good though. That may be closer to that 135 number, we'll see. Could be a tad long left. And it is. But all in all, good shot, good smooth swing. Be another par in the books. Grab some Gatorade quick. Again, budget launch monitor, I've said it a million times. All in all, the Garmin does a really good job for the price point, but it seems like, funny enough, I mean, I do move things around a little bit with the mulch and I take the Country Club Elite mat in and out every single time I use it, but it seems like, for whatever reason, the Garmin goes through periods of more accurate times than others. A few questionable reads out of the some of those wedge shots, but I mean, again, in my opinion, the Garmin does the best job with like your irons, like pitching wedge, even my 48 through about my 5 iron, even hybrid's pretty good job. And then, in my opinion, driver with the faster speeds, not quite as good. And then same thing with the more delicate slow speed wedge shots. But all right, 1 over, 5th hole, par 5, 572, 289 right there. We're hitting down 1. A little bit better contact there. Still though, kind of started out to the right. Not going to come back much. Just not releasing the club enough. But 266 into the rough, we're in play. Unfortunately, that's going to tack on another 31 yards to the shot, but 311 left plus the 10%, like I said, 31 yards. So we've got a long way home. I'm going to go, just because I haven't hit a hybrid yet today, I'm going to go 3 hybrid instead of the 3 wood here. Obviously, neither one's going to be even close to the green, but figure get a couple, hopefully decent hybrid swings under my belt first, and then I'll see if I venture into the 3 wood. A 3 hybrid, usually try to play this to about 250, 255 or so. Heavy. That's only going to be about 220, which will probably read closer to 190. Yep, that's pretty crazy. I am getting pretty decent out of all the thousands of shots I've hit back here. I am getting pretty decent at guessing the yardage, pretty close. That one I got literally dead on, just on how heavy I hit that, which is kind of crazy. Not a great shot, but kind of fun guessing and coming up dead on the number. 122 left, 3rd shot into this par 5, up once, we're at 123, going 48, and right around a full 48, so usually about 125 or so. Don't need to clobber it, so just a good smooth full 48 here should get the job done. A little bit thin, weight was too far on my back foot. That should still be on the green, I would think, but yeah, I popped it up a little bit. Be another par though. And it's funny, I was looking back. It's tough, I've mentioned it before, it's tough sometimes seeing and noticing your progress. You just keep playing and playing. Your own progress sometimes with anything, working out, I mean any kind of improvements in life you're making, sometimes it's tougher. I mentioned it before, but sometimes it's tougher for you to notice your own progression versus other people from the outside looking in. But I went back and I looked because I thought I did play, like I mentioned, the TPC at River Highlands. I played that way back in the day when I actually played it on landscape mode, and I switched up the whole orientation. That was back in the days where I was, before any of the mulch or anything was here, I was hitting out of a dirt pit with just the mat on top of the grass. But I think a lot of those rounds back then, granted that was when the 2 club shortage was going on with the the R10 before the weather settings came out, but I was shooting like 80s and 90s back here with that. So to be on average probably 10 to 15 strokes better, it's pretty cool to see some of the progression when you look back just from where I was just a year ago. 1 over still, 6th hole par 4, 464. We're gonna aim right there. Let's see if we can actually hit a fairway. High on the face towards the toe. That's a pop up towards the right. It's only going to be about 250-ish, 253. And another fairway missed, unfortunately. Those metrics are not going to be looking so great as of right now. Alright, 221 left to this hole. Down 3, plus we need another 22, so should be a good 4 hybrid distance. Usually if I hit it well, about a 240, 245 club. Maybe on a day like this, closer to 230, 235, we'll see. Struck it decent, left it out to the right once again. Looks like it's coming back, not much. Pretty close to pin high. So that was 208 plus what I say 22. So that was about 230-ish into the rough. Alright, we're gonna put this inside the inner circle to save par. 21 down 1 at 20 plus another 2 because we're in the rough. So 22, I'm gonna go 60 degree. Caught it a tad heavy on the mat, kind of drop kicked it. That was going to be decent though, that was dead straight. Looks like we got to do it again. For whatever reason, I don't feel like I'm doing anything different with my waggles or anything, but the Garmin's not loving these. Still should be decent, pop that one up a little bit more, but we'll see. That should come down softer. Still should be relatively close. Yeah, a tad short it looks like. Alright, gonna give another one back. That's gonna be a bogey. I'm thinking I may need to adjust some of my standards in some of these peat dies. Before, when I first started doing it, maybe 6 to 8 months ago, I was back when I was saying I've improved a decent amount since then. Still by no means where I want to be or where I think my potential is, but I used to say for the peat die and the PGA courses I want to be basically bogey golf or better. I may need to adjust things and start setting my sight more towards like 9-10 strokes over and better. It might be a closer ballpark, so basically like 4 to 5 over on each side. We're 2 over right now through 6. 7th hole, par 3, 186 down 9. So that puts us at 177. I guess we're gonna go 8. Not sure. Usually on a good day when I'm swinging it well, I play this to about 170, 175. I don't know if I'm gonna get quite that much out of it, but we'll see. That was pretty bad. Worm burner up the middle. May get lucky. Sit. Don't know about 205 out of that, but that would be more what I would expect. That one I don't think went 205 like that, but that would be more what I would expect out of a low skull terrible shot like that. Usually it's a worm burner and just goes too far. It seems like though, like I've explained, usually when I hit them thin and low back here on the R10, they usually not quite as detrimental to what they would be on course. I think it's just because of the reduced ball speed, so it thinks like it's just coming out a little bit slower versus something like that would expect to be low, and I thought I was going to be short on that. But 18 yards, fairway, no slope, so going 60 degree. Should be pretty close. Came out like a yard. Man, a yard left. I don't know what's going on with these. I'm literally putting it pretty much in the same spot. I don't know if maybe a little bit of the sun is shining through right now. I came out a little bit later in the day today. I don't know if it's reflecting off the club and messing with the R10 at all, but it seems like I have to take 2 wedge shots for every single one of these. Now when I popped up a little bit more, that's going to be probably a tad short and right, which it is, but we're still inside the inner circle, so we'll take that. Able to save par, I believe. Get my practice worth with these misreads, but a little bit frustrating when you have to hit 2 shots for every wedge shot. You can kind of lose the rhythm and the flow of the round a little bit. Obviously benefits you when you hit a bad one, but sometimes hurts you too. If you hit a decent one, you have to do it again. Alright, 8th hole, par 5, 5-3-8. Got some water in the pitcher on this one. Up 4 yards, lane right about there. High on the face again. Yesterday I came out, I was hitting everything, a lot of things low on the face. That was pretty horrendous. Catching everything high right now. 244. Not exactly a bomb off the tee. And now, like the other one, we got to add 30 yards to this because we're in the rough. So we've got 296. We've got water left. I think I'm gonna go back to the 3 hybrid because I didn't necessarily strike it great. Still feel like the 3 wood. Usually it's kind of a 50-50 club, like I've mentioned. Probably even 70-30 on a day like today. 70%, who knows what's gonna happen type of shot, but low on the face towards the heel, up the left side. It'll be fine, but not the best strike and swing in the world. Again, for a 3 hybrid that I usually play towards, I think I hit the 3 there. My 3 and my 4 look identical. That wasn't great. 209 plus what I say 30, so that was only 240. Usually hit my 4 hybrid to there. But we're in play. 89 yards down 2, so 87. I'm gonna go 52. This still a little bit of a guessing game with my distance control on some of these shots, but let's see if we can get 87 out of it. Felt decent. Alright, that stay inside the inner circle, I'm not sure. +1, alright. We will take that all day long for a bird. Brings us to 1 over through 8, 9th hole par 4, 325 yards. Cool looking cart path on this one. Up 4 yards, lane right about there. Actually relatively happy so far with the layout of this course. has been pretty straightforward, not a ton of stuff to get myself in trouble compared to some of the courses we've seen with tons of trees, narrow fairways left and right, and then ones with water and stream and ponds and whatnot. For a day like today, not too bad. Hit a little bit better, but out towards the right. At least it wasn't high in the face. That one was closer to the middle. Should be some higher ball speeds on that one compared to the others. That should be closer to, oh, off the cart path. I was going to say 260. Alright. In the rough, another fairway miss. I don't know if we've hit a fairway yet. 66 yards up to, and we're in the rough. So that puts us at 68 plus another 6 or 7. Puts us at 75-ish. Going 52. Felt pretty good again. That should be pretty close to 75. Oh yeah. Alright. Way too early to say that my wedges are back, but that's 2 birds in a row with 2 good 52s in a row. Stringing together some decent holes here. 10th hole, par 4. It is crazy when, even on a day like today where I'm not feeling my best, you can definitely tell my swing speed's down, but as long as you make halfway decent contact, like a good balanced swing, you can kind of still put up a pretty good score, despite not like striping the ball, which is nice. Goes to show, again, that the improvement factor from like a year ago where I was, even on a day like today, shooting significantly better now with not a great feeling swing compared to when I was really striping it back in the day a year ago. Pretty cool to know that I can not be feeling my best and still put up a decent score, but or at least hopefully. I mean, it could and very well might just completely fall apart here, but you guys get the point. It's all about that incremental, gradual improvement. It'd be nice though if I could actually turn one over. That's been, I think, every single one out to the right. It's halfway decent contact, it's just the club face is open when I'm hitting these. Alright, 187, down 5, but we're in the rough. So that puts us at 182 plus, we'll call it 19. So 201, I believe. Going 6 iron. Hit good, out to the right. Pin high into the bunker, but feels like I'm aiming. Maybe I just gotta aim further right. Feels like I'm on those longer irons, especially. I turn my grip over. So basically, on those ones that I'm leaving everything out to the right, but specifically the 5 and the 6 iron, more so than the other higher lofted clubs. I turn my left hand, I guess, stronger, and my right hand weaker. So generally speaking, the way it works, your hands want to return back to here. And the further you move your left hand, obviously, shuts the club face, and then same thing, the further you move your right hand this way and you bring it back, it shuts the club face. So even despite doing that, I'm still leaving it out to the right. I guess I got to do it even more and aim further out to the right and turn it back. But 21, I was watching, I forget who it was. It was a past PGA pro, and he was on the range hitting balls, saying that he would go in before his warm-ups, even for like playing on tour. He said that he would go, and even from day to day, being a professional, there would be times where it was just depending on how he was swinging it that day. Some days he would hit a baby fade, some days he would hit a baby draw, and instead of trying to like correct it on the range and then really correcting it on the course too, he would just kind of know, all right, today I'm hitting a baby fade, and he would just compensate for that and play that on course. And it seems like a day like today, I'm struggling even more so to turn it over, so I may just need to kind of live with it for the day, fix it on at another point later on, and just play more towards a fadey slice. But I guess this is kind of an in-between because it is kind of practice on top of it, and I can somewhat more easily adjust here versus on course. But 21 yards, down 1 plus another 2, so but we're out of the bunker. So that puts us at 20, 22, 24 because out of the rough. I think we're probably going to need, this seems like it could be a little bit of a steeper bunker. I feel like it's going to come out soft. So I'm going to play a 30-yard shot. I'm going to go 56. I'm going to start trying to. It seems like I can't get a hang for it just yet. It seems like, depending on how the bunkers look, if it's more towards a pop bunker versus more of a flat or shallow bunker, the ball comes out differently here in the Home Tee Hero software. So I want to try to start looking, see if that I can kind of piece things together and try to find a little bit of a pattern how some of these play. This one looks like it could be a little bit steeper, so I have a feeling this is going to come out soft. So I'm going to go 30 yards, or the closest I can to that, and see what happens. Should be pretty close to 25-30. Yeah, and that came out real soft, so gonna have to keep that in mind. We'll see if that continues going forward. Played that pretty well. We got inside the inner circle there. Maybe worth considering for you guys that are Home Tee Hero users as well. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced or noticed similar patterns. Just those little tiny nuances and intricacies within the software itself. Obviously GS Pro is a whole different animal, and there's a whole different things that you have to worry about and keep in the back of your mind. I've seen like the different style of lies, how the ball comes out more left and right. Home Tee Hero is not that sophisticated, but even just little things like that with the bunker, knowing that it's going to come out a little bit softer, you can kind of compensate for it and put up some better scores because of it. 11th hole par 5, even par through 10. 504, we got a dog leg left, up 12 yards, so we need a good one here. Basically, if I hit one 260, it's only going to play 248. That was probably the best swing with the driver yet today. Up the right side, still not going to come back a ton, but at least that's not a complete block out to the right. And we got 254 plus, what did I say, 14 yards I think, or something like that. So that was closer to 270 at least. Better swing there, which is always good. Hopefully we can build on that a little bit. 285 left. I guess we'll try it. We'll try the 3-wood. Tempted to go back to the 3 hybrid again, but I've hit it bad twice. If I'm going to hit it bad, might as well get a little extra distance out of it with the 3-wood, I guess. Nothing up there really to get us in trouble. I'm going to aim closer towards the pin. If we catch the rough, so be it. Low on the face, up the left. Not great for a 3-wood, but we advanced the ball. Only got 65 yards left, so third shot into this par 5. We can put this close. We can either get a bird or a par here. On the green's a par, inside the inner circle's a bird. 65 up 2 puts us at 67, plus another 6 or 7 puts us at 73-ish. Going 52. Basically, I'm just going to, as close as I can, play a 75-yard shot here. popped up to the right. May still catch the green, but that wasn't great. And that ball just flew over here and nestled into these leaves. I just saw it too. Where'd it go? Alright, well, for the time being, the leaves claimed another ball. I'll see if I can find that after the round. I'm gonna grab another one before wasting any more time with that. Didn't see what happened as a result. I think we were even. Looks like we advanced to the next tee box, so we're at least on the green. I believe if we're still at even, we just caught the green, which is probably it. I don't think that thing got inside the inner circle. Yeah, we're still even, so that must have just been somewhere short right on the green. Alright, 12th hole, par 3, even par through 11. 199, down 13. So that puts us at 186. Gonna go 7 iron. Usually play to about 190. Been seeing reduced distances across the whole bag today, so good, clean 7 iron. That was hit better. Still out to the right though. Let's see if it catches the right side. Alright, we'll take it. That was actually probably closer to, it wasn't 207, you gotta remember that was, what'd I say, down, I got short-term memory, I just figure out the yardage and I try to hit it and I forget exactly what it was, but that was probably closer to actually my 190 number. It came up a little bit long there, but it was the whatever 207 minus the yardage, the slope that we had down, so still even. 307, 13th hole, par 4. Relatively straight, a little bit more narrow now. We got trees right and we got more trees up there to the left. I'm gonna leave it there and I want to try to not focus on it too much, but 246 now. That distance off the tee just keeps creeping down and down. Well, that was more of a hook, but at least I turned it over. That's going to be left side, but generally speaking, with a draw and or a hook, you get more distance out of it, which we did there. And then at least it wasn't a block out to the right. We're clear too, so I think I saw 275 at the end of that. We'll take that. 47 down 2. That puts us at 45, plus we'll call it another 5, so 50. Going 52 degree. It's gonna be decent. That may be just a tad long left. Ooh. Got a lucky roll out there. Was just a tad long. Pulled that a little bit, so I expected a little extra distance out of it, but we got it to work out. Birdie, we will take that. Does that bring us to 1 under? It does. All right. Let's see if we can just kind of maintain this here. No real dumb mistakes would be nice. 14th hole, par 4, 344. We'll see what the other Pete Dye courses have in store, but this has definitely been one of the more easy ones that I remember. Granted, it's been probably 4 to 6 months since I played one, off the top of my head. Somewhere in there. It's been at least a couple months, but there's definitely been some real challenging ones in there. This one is towards the easier end, in my opinion. Let's see if we can get another one going a little bit left. Better swing. Started out the right. It's not going to come back a ton, more of a block again, but that was a little bit better contact. Only 246 out of it, but 98, up 4. I gotta do some speed training again. This is starting to get a little depressing, some of this. All in all, it has mainly, I think, a lot to do with the 3-wood shaft. I'm hitting the driver better, but seems like over the past maybe month or so, I've been losing some speed. And my goal originally for the end of this year, which we're rapidly approaching the end of this golf season, my goal is to get up towards 300, and we're kind of going the other way, which isn't great, but 98 yards, up 4, and we're in the rough. So that puts us at 102 plus another 10, so 112. Going 48. Gonna be right side. I don't know if it has enough. I pop that up. Bad shot, good read from the Garmin. 16 yards, up 1, 10%. So 17 plus another 1 or 2. Right around 18, 19 yards. Going 60. Hold it a couple yards left. I probably would have been outside the inner circle. Part of me is happy it didn't read. The other part of me, like, if I don't hit good shots, I should feel like I should get either rewarded or punished, whether I hit a good shot and not have as many opportunities as I'm getting right now to kind of redo it. A little bit thinner, but, and another one, a little bit thinner. That was straighter though. That was going to be close. All right, third attempt here. That was straight. What is going on? Guess we'll try moving the ball back a little bit. All right. Now there's just a solid red light. Looks like I'm gonna have to reset it. Hopefully, if I just turn it off and turn it back on, that will fix things for the time being. Luckily, this doesn't happen very often, but probably should have expected that was coming with all those misreads. All right. If you guys ever have that happen when instead of having it blinking green and red, it just turns solid red, all you have to do is just hold the power button for 3 seconds, turn it off, and then turn it right back on, and it just resets itself. You don't have to recalibrate it or anything. It's already in a good spot. So this should be good to go now. Hold that a little bit left. Short left, but we got it. What was that, the fourth try? '15th hole, par 5. See if we can get a bird here. 257. Don't love this tree on the left. Luckily, it's somewhat of a dogleg right, so we can aim out here. We're gonna go right about there, see what happens. Pretty decent contact, came out left, but that was kind of a low piercing. Should get a ton of rollout. Not the best launch on it in the world, but all things considered, 272 out of it. This ball looks even worse dimple-wise than the one that I hit into those leaves over there. This thing could potentially crack in half by the end of this round. All right, 232 down 12. So 220. All things go well here. This should be a real good 5-iron distance. Still out to the right. I hit it pretty good though. That should be pretty close to the number. We'll see if it catches the right side of the green. Not sure it will. +3 out there, unfortunately. At least I hit it a little better. I aligned myself pretty far right on that one and still left it out there, but at least it was a little bit better. It wasn't quite as far right. I think that was a bogey. We gave one back, probably back to, oh no, that was a par. Yeah, it was a par. Luckily, par 5 with that +3. So we must have been, we were what? 1 off the tee, 2 there, +3 for a 5, I guess. All right. Here we go with the water. This is more what I would expect out of a Pete Dye course. 16th hole, par 4, 1 under through 15, somehow. 453 yards. We are going to aim way over here because I've been blocking things right. Actually, right. I don't love these trees on the right here, right next to the tee box. We may catch those, but I guess I'd rather have some distance come off of it if we catch just the edge of that tree versus blocking one into the water. Again, I'm going to align pretty far right on this one just to make sure. This one, pretty much, I'm fine with the hook. I just can't leave it out to the right type of shot. So we're going to shut down the stance a good amount and really try to work one back to the left. Low in the face, but should work out. Don't know. I think we made it caught. Did we catch that tree? No, it doesn't look like we did. All right. Still not the best swing in the world, but that was all we needed, and that's what we were trying to do there. 212 left, down 4. So we need 208, and we got water all along the right. So I'm going to aim left side of this green. I'm going to go 6-iron. Again, I'm going to aim pretty far right on this. Can't afford to block one out to the right here. Still a little bit right, but that should be fine. Maybe not. Well, I stand corrected. That was pretty thin. I didn't hit that particularly great. Didn't think that was going to go that far right, and I thought I was going to have a little bit more distance on that, but that's unfortunate. First penalty stroke of the day. Well, there goes our negative scorecard. 85 yards, no slope, but we're in the rough, so we need another 8-9 yards on top of this. So going 48, we need, what, 93, 94? Should be decent. That may be closer to 100, but should be pretty straight. All right, pretty good shot there with the 48. At least we put it inside the +1. I think it's going to be a bogey, maybe instead of a double because of that penalty. Yeah, so at least we saved one there. We gave one back, brings us back to even par, but that could have easily been a pretty disastrous blow-up hole score-wise if we didn't hit a decent shot there. 2 holes left. 17th hole looks like a par 3. Haven't checked the camera in a while, but we're still going, which is good. Grab some Gatorade. Let me know what you guys think, but sometimes I feel like days like this when you're not exactly dying to play golf. Obviously golf is always fun, but there's some days where you can't wait to get out there. Other days like today, I kind of could have take it or leave it, and you're not exactly swinging the best. But in my opinion, it's days like these where you make more improvement versus the days that you're really looking forward to playing. Days like these where you kind of have to battle through just a little bit. But all right, we need to fly this there. So we've got par 3, 17th hole, even par through 16, 126 down 2. So 124, I like that distance. We're going full 48, and as long as I don't pop one up again to the left, or to the right rather. A little bit thin. Popped it up to the right, but we caught the green. Got it to work. Still popped it up to the right, but what I was talking about is something that's like a real bad spinny pop-up, like 20 yards short. That would have been in the water, but we got that to work out. So not the best strike in the world, but none of these really have been. A couple of good 52s actually. I take that back. All right, even par through 17. Honestly, a par here, we'll be really happy to finish this even par. So not exactly easy though. We got water up there all along the right side. 18th hole, par 4, 424 yards. We're gonna aim out here to the left. Up 7. I feel like most of these we've been hitting up. Haven't been swinging super fast and making very good contact, but it feels like we've been hitting up into a lot of these fairways. So although I haven't been striking it great, have been losing some distance just because of the slope. Pulled it left, but we're dry. That was an off-balance swing. Not very good. 246. Jeez. Well, we've officially entered the fatigue realm of hitting my driver as far as I do my 4 hybrid when I'm fresh off the deck, which isn't exactly great, but it is what it is on a day like today. 185 left. We're in the rough, unfortunately, so that puts us up to, we basically need another 19, so 204. And because there's water over there, I'm going to aim left side of this green. We're going 6 iron. Heavy right. That may catch that bump out of the water. We'll see. Go. All right, +3, I think. Just barely, too. So that's a bogey, unfortunately, I believe. It's going to bring us to +1 for the day. But, ooh, I forgot to mention, it's been really windy today. Hopefully the mic is all right. My apologies. It's too late now, but my apologies if there's been some kind of wind interference with the mic. But let's take a look at this. So, from Plum Creek Golf Club, part of the Pete Dye series in Castle Rock, Colorado, completed in collaboration with Perry Dye, who is Pete Dye's son, in 1984. We ended up with a 1/73, so, I mean, honestly, we'll take it. I already knew those fairways. I'm surprised we even hit 3. That's just horrendous. We want to be at least 7. Greens regulation, kind of what I expected, right at 50%, 9 out of 18. 27 putts is actually pretty good. That's actually really good. We'll take that. A few +3s in there too, but we did have a good amount in the +1 range. But 36 on the front. We went, yeah, even par. We went bogey, bogey, birdie, birdie, and then 1 over on the back. So all things considered, 1 over for a course, for a Pete Dye course, and like I've been saying, not feeling 100%. We will take it all day long. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys, any Pete Dye fans out there, maybe some of you that have played Pete Dye courses, are happy to see this series come back. I do really like these courses. They're some of the best courses in the world. The list that I have, like I said, goes through alphabetical order by state through the US, and then I was looking earlier today, And after all the US courses, which I'm going to go through, there's some other courses throughout the rest of the world, which I'll do after the US courses. But Pete Dye was notorious, one of the biggest golf course designers, if not the biggest and most well known. So he designed tons of courses between him, his son, and his wife, Alice Dye. They did a lot of courses. They did remodels, they did new courses, so a ton more to play. Let me know, like I mentioned, if you guys have any requests for courses. Let me know the name of the course and the location in the comments, preferably a little bit of background information why you want me to play it. But I'm going to go ahead and load up one more Pete Dye course here. I appreciate everyone watching, all the support you show the channel. All these courses that I play back here, all these videos would be nothing without you guys, so I can't say it enough. I appreciate everyone watching. But like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next course.